yards receiving.
Hey, explosiveness is what you call it.
Yeah.
Explosiveness and having a rapport with the young Max Johnson. Because, listen, 20 targets, 14 completions, that's major.
CBS, yep.
Bro, you crushing them wings. Them wings look good.
You can't have none, dog.
They look good. I wasn't asking for none.
Can't have any.
I wasn't even asking.
All right, what's up, everybody? All right, we are live on Facebook and on YouTube. All right, we're going to do something new today that we have not yet done. What are you doing?
Jimmy Hot. The School of Hot.
Dude is eating on the air. All right,
Stop playing, man.
all right, we can do something we have not done before. There's the other lighter. All right, there's the torch. All right, we are going to do what we call, y'all share the post, share the post, share the post, share the post, share the post.
I screwed this up.
It's all right, bro, but here's what we're going to do. Bro, get your cigar. All right, we are going to do.
I got barbecue sauce on my fingers.
We are going to. That's all right. We're going to do a ceremonial light up. Tigers win 53-48. LSU finishes the season at 500.
Oh,
they
God.
beat Ole Miss. You better believe Ed Ogeron was fired up to beat Ole Miss. We'll talk about that. We got tons to get to. Please share the post, 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 all that good, all that jazz and
I'm ready,
stuff.
baby.
All right, hang on. We're going to do what we're calling our ceremonial light up. And, well, that ain't what I want.
I'm about to say, I don't see myself.
That was last week. Hang on.
Looking good, though, boy. Looking good.
Let's see.
Looking
I'm
good.
looking good.
Hang
All
on.
right, all right.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's get our ceremonial light up. Oh, man. So, cigar aficionado, but that's last week. What the hell?
Oh, man, you slowing me down. I'm trying to pause. I can't eat my chicken.
All right, eat your chicken. God damn it. I thought we were live on Facebook,
Yeah,
man.
that's what I was saying. I didn't see Facebook, though.
All right, we're live on YouTube, but I thought we were live on Facebook. Oh, I think it reset all the streams. Hang on. All right.
I don't know what y'all got going on. We need to get this running, baby. I don't know what's going on.
All right, be patient with us, YouTube. All right, please. No, we're live, bro. We're live. We're live on Facebook, too.
You just can't get it.
We're live. We're live on. I can't see it on here. I don't know why it ain't live here. Anyway, all right, we're going to do what we call a ceremonial light up. So Cigar Aficionado magazine will publish pictures of people smoking. So what we're going to do is we're going to light our cigars and hope that you will join us. There it is. There it is. All right, we're good. We're good. All right, and hope that you will join us. So this is what we're going to do. All right, we are going to light up our cigars all together. Please do so with us. If you got one, toast with us.
Let's go, baby.
And slide closer to me, bro, if you would. Good job. There we go, bro. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? To LSU's 53-48 win over Ole Miss.
Terrible.
Ready?
My bad.
All right. Y'all know the drill. Take a picture of it. Whew. Awesome. And send them to us. Now let's do our toast, and then we'll get rolling on this show. Raise what you got in your glass. Take a picture with us here. We appreciate it. Cheers, Ro.
Baby. Happy
Cheers,
holidays.
Jay. Cheers. Merry Christmas,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you're celebrating, cheers. Tonight we're celebrating a Tigers win. Hell yeah. All right. Let me mute this thing. This is getting loud. All right, y'all. Let's do this, man. Where am I hearing noise? Is that on your end?
No, I'm muted.
Anyway. All right, y'all. It's on my phone. My bad, y'all. Okay, so here's the deal. I know. Fuck, bro. I'm all out of sorts.
Fucking Matt Pelini.
You think we could get a fucking engineer on site or something to make sure I didn't have to do all this? Anyway, hey y'all,
Slashing cost.
Hell yeah, LSU gets a win by the hardest. Hell of a comeback, hell of a blown win, and then a comeback. Record-setting day for Keyshawn Bootsy, which was phenomenal to see, man. Josh Reed back in 2001 from this guy on my right, 292 against Alabama. That went down tonight. Keyshawn Bootsy goes for 308. Fucking stud. In the first half, I tweeted, y'all, we're witnessing a coronation because we got the next great one, and it's Keyshawn Bootsy. True freshman stepped up and let his nuts hang out tonight, which was awesome. All right, Jay, you get rolling here. I'm going to go share all these posts. I'm going to retweet everything, and we'll get rolling.
Obviously the good LSU, 6 takeaways tonight, Ro. 6 takeaways, 33 points on those takeaways. Keyshawn Bootsy is where it starts and stops tonight. I mean, the New Iberia native. What a game! What a night! The game that will live on for Keyshawn Butte as he breaks the record on a touchdown. How sweet it was! Broke through a couple of tackles on the night. Butte 14 grabs, 308, averaged 22 per reception with 3 enormous touchdowns. Rowe, I know I asked you about it at the beginning of the night, but Butte, I mean, just when you've got a receiver like you and Reed were clicking that day in Tuscaloosa, looked like Johnson and Butte were feeling the same type of way. Take me there. What's that like in the huddle? What's it like on the field? What's it like in a game situation when you're that hot, you're on?
Well, you know, the thing for those two guys is it goes back to when they first got here together. And you can tell that they have a trust in one another. You can tell that Max has complete confidence in Butte.
Yeah.
You know, when you're not the starter and you're not in the fold, and neither one of these guys were at the beginning of the year, you work a lot together. You work a lot off the field, just throwing together, that type of thing. And that's what you saw tonight is that little relationship that has built between those two guys at the quarterback and the wide receiver position. Butte, I said this when we first started, and it's just know who the freshmen were, the freshman receivers, and even Matt and I spoke a couple weeks back on, who we thought was going to be the guys to step up as far as and he was one of the ones that I called out in Matt as well. And it's because you see the home run ability. It's because you see the hands, and also you see the it factor with him. Even when, at the beginning of the season when the freshmen, you're trying to figure out who's going to get it done, and certain guys were busting assignments and certain guys wouldn't show up on film. He always showed up. If it was in a big role, small role, whatever it may have been, he always showed up. So, I mean, the next up. And now this is part of what getting all those guys on the field, getting the freshmen on the field, getting teamed up with freshman quarterbacks. And this is what you see, what is possible going forward.
How good is Jay Ward?
He showed his nuts today. He played well today. But let me tell you something, though, bro. This is the whole purpose of you playing them. You don't see this now if you don't play them this year and going into next year. This is part of why you play them, though, is to get the confidence instilled in them. Is to get them the experience on the field, for them to show. And not only for and most importantly for them, man, for them to understand that they can do it, they can play at this level. It's some bullshit that we haven't been put in a certain situation because the coaching on that side has sucked. You know what I mean? So they're showing you why they're competitors, why they were rated and ranked as high as they are, and showing you, honestly, it wasn't us all year.
Yeah. Defensive coordinator do anything? Make a case for him in the offseason? I mean, do we all expect? I mean, he doesn't make it through Sunday,
shit.
right?
I don't know if he's going to make out the locker room.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But, I mean, you feel like that, Ro? I mean, did Pelini do anything to save himself?
No.
Is that a tough spot for you?
Nah, it's not a tough spot. I just don't get the fact that you see
Kiffin obviously made adjustments, right?
No, I mean, I'm not even comparing Kiffin to this guy, to Bo, because Kiffin is a mastermind when it comes to that offensive shit, man.
Coach, he lost his two best players on Thursday.
Man, Kiffin ain't playing, man. Listen, for you to understand Kiffin's mentality is for you to understand how the fuck they look coming out of camp. When they came out of training camp, Ole Miss was one of the only offensives that came out rolling. That came out looked like they've been playing for 6-7 weeks already. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's because he understands offensive football. He understands how to put those guys in the best position to be successful, regardless if you got the two. No, he's missing 1,500 yards.
Yeah. I mean, outside of
he's missing 1,500 yards.
Outside of Devontae Smith, Elijah Moore's the best runner. He's the best wide receiver in college football.
Crazy, bro. I mean,
or Keyshawn Butte.
hey, man, Keyshawn Butte today. Look, we can say whatever we want, man. This was a nail in the coffin for Bo Pelini, whatever. We could talk about anything y'all want to talk about. We can talk about the offensive line. We can talk about the turnovers, Matt Corral sucking dick. We can talk about whatever y'all want. But the bottom line is the one thing that matters about tonight is LSU has a fucking dog. Who's next? We were worried. Look, Jamar Chase opted out, and we go, man, they can have a number one. Well, Terrace Marshall stepped up and proved that he could be that guy. Well, Terrace Marshall opts out, and Avery Gilbert quits, and we go, well, what's next? And then Keyshawn Butte says, all right, I'll go for 100 against Bama. I'll go for 100 on the road against Florida. And then in the regular season finale in the rain, I'm going to go for 308 and set a single game school record for 308. I mean, and by the way, when we're losing in the fourth quarter to Ole Miss, throw me a little route on the left side, and I'm going to take it 47 to the house. Fuck, are you kidding me? Keyshawn Butte has put Jamar Chase's freshman season to fucking shame. Keyshawn Butte, I need to check his stats right now, but he was over 400. Like, he's going to be, if they had a bowl game, he'd be a 1,000-yard receiver this year.
He would be.
I mean, it's just incredible. He's a dog, bro.
The problem not a problem, but what you have to have now is you have to have everyone else come with him. You have to have those other freshmen come with him and step their game up as well, because he is a freshman receiver, and going in the next year, if those guys don't come with him, you need those guys to come with him and to grow up also with him, because him seeing, double teams and things of that nature is going to be different.
Hey, bro, how's the wings?
Oh, they done.
Pretty good, huh?
You see him? You see
Pretty
him?
good
You
here,
see
huh?
him?
Yeah,
You see him?
no. All right, let's shout out some people. Jordan McNeese, what's up? Paul Batts.
Shout out to Vacherie Fuel and Don Juan Cigar Bar before we get going, and shouting out to the people who are watching tonight. Don't forget Vacherie Fuel. With all the outdoor seating at restaurants these days, it's cold outside. Everybody has outdoor heaters. All restaurants and bars, whether you're in Baton Rouge, New Orleans, get in touch with Vacherie Fuel. Remember, you can call them, give them a call today, as it's easy to find these guys. They're online.
VacherieFuel.com.
VacherieFuel.com. Thank you, buddy. I was drowning.
Vacherie Fuel. I got you, bro. I got you.
Drowning. And look, don't forget when the weather warms up and you're ready to start boiling crawfish, fire up the pit, grab your Vacherie Fuel propane tank online, VacherieFuel.com.
Man, they're everywhere, bro. Alexander's Highland Market right by my house over there. They got big Vacherie Fuel tank outside, a big display where you can grab your tanks. Vacherie Fuel's awesome. And shout out to Don Juan Cigar Bar. Man, seriously, how about Don Juan hosting us all season long, man? Brad and the gang over at Don Juan for making this happen. We appreciate them so much, man. This has been so cool to be able to come here, hang with you guys, have a cocktail, smoke a cigar, hang with all of you.
Best setup ever.
It's
bro.
awesome, man.
It is.
I'm going to tell you, if you haven't been here, so many people have found it. You can see the flat screens behind us, but what we're looking at, in every bay, you have your own TV, and there's a giant one over the fireplace there as well. You can come in here, sit up at the bar.
And they have food, too. I didn't even know they had food.
They got food. They got premium whiskeys. If it's scotch or bourbon, whatever you want, they got you, man. Don Juan's been awesome. So, shout out Dax Jeter, Kirk Paul, Wes Shin, Blake Knockan, Dean Stewart. Appreciate y'all. Blaine Smith. All right, let's do this. Let's run through some of the game. We kind of went through some of our observations, run through some of the game, and whatever y'all got, fire away, and we're keeping an eye on your comments as well. So, early on, I'll tell you what, man, and there's a lot to unpack here. When you talk about a game that goes 53-48 and over 1,000 yards of total offense, LSU 593, Ole Miss 558. LSU ran, total plays. LSU ran 94 plays today. Ole Miss ran 75. I mean, when you're talking about a game that has 170 plays in it, there's a lot to unpack and a lot of ebbs and flows in this game. But I'll tell you this much: LSU gets the ball, and they go 3 and out. How about Zach Von Rosenberg on the first punt? He had to elude the rush. Yeah. Remember that? Yeah. I mean, how quickly that could have turned. But he gets the punt off. Ole Miss gets the ball, boom, 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 right down the field. And they score to go up 7-0. They had a 57-yard catch and run early in that drive. So just like we thought, they go right down the field. LSU gets the ball. Chris Curry was out there. Bradford actually started the game. He was the first running back to carry the ball, and Curry on the second drive. I mean, that's something we can talk about, guys, as running backs. I mean, you were without Ty Davis-Price. You're without John Emery. Yeah. You basically had Trey Bradford, a freshman, and you had Williams, the walk-on from Houston, who was given a scholarship. But, I mean, you went out there tonight. You didn't run the ball exceptionally well. LSU, I mean, they ran it for 158, but let's be real. I mean, they didn't run – when you run 95 plays or 94 plays, you have a lot of options.
They ran it 43 times.
Josh Williams was 12 for 55. 30 of that came on one run on LSU's first scoring drive. So
The running game was like you said. That's a facade.
Yeah.
That number that's up there.
The difference in the game was Ole Miss's running game.
No doubt. Matt Corral was the difference.
I mean, in the second half.
That's right.
Coach
Corral was the difference.
Yeah.
Matt Corral ran 17 times for 158, averaged 9.3 yards a carry. We'll get to that. So the game kind of shifted. LSU punted on their second drive as well. Then they held Ole Miss 3 and out. LSU puts together their first scoring drive, and they settled for a field goal, so they're down 7-3. But this is where the game changed. LSU's down 7-3 after the field goal. First down, Jay Ward, pick 6. You mentioned Jay Ward early. Whew. First play, pick 6 right there, 31 yards, puts LSU in the lead, a lead they would not relinquish till the fourth quarter. What did you see on that play, that pick 6?
He jumped that thing.
Great, good, instinctive play by that kid. Him and Elias Ricks have really good instincts. And what I'm seeing now late in the season from those guys is that they just weren't being put in the position that to use their instincts. They were being put in positions to where they were guessing, right? They weren't getting the clear calls. And now when you see these guys in position to utilize their skills, they're using it. And my thing is, and this is why I get pissed off at Bo Pelini, bro, is because do it.
Yeah. Right.
Like, what we beating our head against the wall about?
I agree.
You see what these kids can do, man.
I mean,
do it. Put them in a position. No, these kids these DBs aren't – you can play zone coverage with them, right? A cover 5 where it's still some man principle, but with 2 deep safeties, right? But these guys that's on this team, these are cover corners.
Bro, they're all are.
They're cover corners.
Yeah.
Let them cover.
But here's the problem, right? So you go week 1 against Mississippi State, you do that, and you get your ass burned.
But this is the thing. You got to understand and say, okay, well, what is our identity going to be? Because anytime you try to establish an identity, just like when you're trying to establish shit with your kids, right? When you're trying to get their mind right. What I'm saying is you're going to go through a phase when they hate you.
Yeah.
When I hate you, Dad, hell, you know what I mean? You're going to go through that. But after a little while, they going to get it, and they going to understand, and you're going to get it, and it's going to mold over, and it's going to school. You're going to go through rough patches. We've gone through the roughest goddamn patches in the hell of LSU football history this year. So go through it.
Fucking suck, man.
We could have been, these kids could have been at this level. That all the promise that we're seeing in these last couple games, that's why from the beginning of this, I never put it on the kids. Never. Because they were too young. And I remember how it was when you first come in when you're young. You leaning on those coaches to guide your ass.
Yeah.
And now if your coach coming in with this dumbass ego, I got this, I got that, and you ain't been the defensive coordinator for a damn decade damn near or whatever it's been, like you're going to be out of touch to a degree with these kids. You can't coach them like you coached us. It's different.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Jay Ward gets pick 6. LSU goes up 10-7. They force a 3 and out. Get the ball back, have to punt.
They played good in the first half.
And then is when Ole Miss had they went for it on 4th and 3, and Corral throws a deep ball, and Todd Harris picks it.
Yeah.
Effectively a punt, but there was the personal foul on the return, so LSU got great field position. They go down and score. This is when – and, dude, this is a change as well, bro. This was a change. They had a goal-to-go situation. They went run, and then quarterback sneak, went for it on 4th down, quarterback sneak again. If they had done that shit against Missouri, then you fucking win that game.
6 and 5. Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
6 and 4.
Yeah, 6 and 4.
Not like I guess it was good to see that they learned from that, but bro, this is where this was the sequence, right? So Corral throws that pick, and LSU scores go up 17-7. The ensuing kickoff is when they had a kickoff return for a touchdown. LSU's kickoff coverage today sucked shit.
Oh, it sucked ass.
Avery Atkins kicked one out of bounds. They gave up a kickoff return for a touchdown. They gave up another long return, which set up Ole Miss near midfield. I mean, look, Avery Atkins came up with a tackle on the last one. If he doesn't come up with the fucking tackle, they maybe house it. Yeah. And he got hurt on it. But Avery Atkins was your last guy. He comes and pops
that's
on the sideline.
When he did that, I said that's fucking huge. That was a huge tackle.
It was fucking huge.
Oh my! And then he came out of nowhere. There's no one in sight.
Yeah. So
what the fuck were we thinking?
So LSU,
they got injured.
That touchdown, LSU's up 17-14. Start of the second quarter, and then LSU gets the ball back. They punt. Von Rosenberg downed him at the 5-yard line. And then that's when Ali Gay came up with what
Ali Gay had a huge
was
day.
originally labeled a forced fumble and then switched to an interception, where Ali Gay came behind him, knocked the ball out, and then came up with the pick.
Big night for him,
Bro, Ali Gay.
You'll have to re-recruit him now again.
Bro,
Yeah.
Ali
That's the
Gay,
last thing they've seen.
He bookended the season.
Yeah, I know.
His best games were against Mississippi State and against Ole Miss. If he could play fucking Mississippi schools every fucking day, he'd be a fucking
coming out
All-American.
party.
Coach, you
And-
got
and
that's-
bye-bye
you
party.
got to get you got to get him.
Let's see. Ali
Coming
Gay,
out party and bye-bye party.
Oof, that's a brutal loss.
Ali Gay finished.
Let me
with-
tell you this.
Let me get Ali Gay's stats real quick, bro. 1 second. Ali Gay finished the day with 6 tackles and the interception and a forced fumble. Because the forced fumble at the end. So he forced 2 turnovers in the ball game, bro. And he was constantly – what I'm looking at here doesn't have pressures on it, but he had a shitload of pressures too.
If
Go ahead, sorry.
there's any chance of him running fast,
At the combine.
Right.
I hear you.
Right,
He's
right,
gone.
yeah.
No, I hear you.
No.
because when you look at the stature, the size,
Yeah.
the youth
Got everything.
of him,
Checks all the
length-
boxes.
checks every box, and then he's an underrated run stopper.
Yeah, I agree. He's gotten better as the season's gone on.
Absolutely.
He struggled early, but
They used to get up underneath that damn big frame and drive his big ass up out of there. He's getting better leverage now.
So they score after that, and they had 4th and 2, and they threw the touchdown pass to Keyshawn Booty. I'll say this, LSU scored 2 touchdowns today on 4th down plays. Booty's first 2 touchdowns were both on 4th down plays. LSU was going for it on the 4th down and went to Keyshawn Booty both times. He scored both times. Like, that's some pretty ballsy shit.
Bro,
where, I mean,
Matt,
you could get points, but you realize in a game like this, bro, 3s ain't going to do it. You got to get
Yeah.
6s in
That's
a game like this.
exactly right.
And they went for 6s consistently, and they got it more
And I
times than
take
they
my
did.
hat off to them for that. But you know what? I mean, shit. In this last game, what the hell you got to lose? You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You trying to establish an identity. You trying to get in and see where these boys going to fit in. And they showed you.
Hey,
That's
bro.
the thing about it. They showed you. Because in those clutch situations, man, ain't no more pressure than 4th down, baby. And you got to get it. Hey, but you saw. What you saw, you exactly hit it on the head,
Yep.
Matt. You saw a really, really, really nice tandem come into play tonight. Because if 20 targets, and when you go at the targets, that means they threw it at them, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at the looks, it's more than 20 looks
Yeah, no, you're right.
Right.
at that boy. And that's because I just know how I feel.
Comfort.
He has a damn comfort level. No, when you feel like you can put it near somebody, you know the worst you're going to get is an incomplete pass. I'm coming every time.
Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely.
So anyway, so LSU scores there. They go up 24-14. Ole Miss responded with – Ole Miss did this twice. After LSU touchdowns, they responded in like less than a minute and scored.
Everybody responds against our
No,
defense.
you're right. So it's 24-21, but then this was big, man. LSU gets the ball with 3:07 to go right before the half. They go right down the field. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plays, and again, 4th and 1, and they threw it to Booty for a touchdown. And LSU's up 31-21, and then Jabril Cox got the pick right before half. So back-to-back weeks, LSU's forced a turnover with under a minute right before half.
Yeah.
Last week it was B.J. Ojolari's strip.
Yep.
LSU gets the field goal. Same thing here. And, bro, look at the margin. Like, look at how this shit ended, right? I mean, like,
Bro.
those scores before half were huge. LSU kicked the field goal right there, so they go in a half, leading 34-21. By the way, LSU called a timeout with 7 seconds left. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but they had 3rd down. They run a draw, right? They're just playing for a field goal. Whatever. Fine. If that's what you want to do, fine. You're playing for a field goal. LSU called the timeout with 7 seconds left. So instead of letting it run down to 1 second or 2 seconds, they called the timeout with 7 seconds left.
And they got the ball back with 2 seconds left.
And so you had to kick the ball. You had to kick off after they've already returned one for a fucking touchdown.
That's what-
Why don't
that's
you
what-
let the fucking clock run to 2 seconds?
that's
Like
what I
this,
was
bro.
trying to
This
tell you,
Ogeron,
bro.
one of his
It-
biggest charges this offseason. You got to get somebody that helps you with fucking clock management, game management,
but
because
Matt.
this is some Les Miles bullshit they did in the 4th quarter too.
This has been happening all
I
What
know it's been happening all
what
year.
I call it is situational football. Situational football, my man.
Where'd you learn that terminology from?
New England.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
And just like what I was about to say, listen, situational football for us is atrocious.
It is.
It was atrocious with
All year.
Les, and it's atrocious with Coach Ed Ogeron.
And it was
Coach
great
Ed Ogeron
last year.
does a lot of good things.
Munoz.
Yeah, I take
That was
my head.
Munoz. It was Munoz.
Man, he's terrible, man. Like, dude, that's another opportunity. That's what I'm talking about when I say you putting these kids in positions. Now, if we clearly that little bullshit that you catch, what about it's all the little things like that.
Yeah.
But clean that shit up. Make these changes. Get these people up out of here and clean it up because clearly, you got some shit to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Show up that interior.
We really haven't talked about Max Johnson, like highlighted how good he was tonight on the heels of what he did last night.
Let me tell you what Max Johnson
Last
is,
week.
bro. Let me tell you what Max Johnson is right now. He's an efficient point guard. He's Isaiah Thomas and John Stockton, which is exactly what you need
LSU's
when you
been
have a
asked.
plethora of talent.
Yeah.
You understand me? He's going to evolve into where now, okay, we make a lean on you to push it and those type of things. Because people may say he can't push the ball down the field. I think he can.
Yeah.
So,
Bro, I'm going to tell you Ro, his deep balls suck shit. He's got to work on that. Like, I can't tell you how many times they try to stretch. How many times they try.
The difference between him and Finley is this.
Yes, no question.
You can't attack deep and you can't attack wide.
He is a checked.
So everything you've seen was crossing
Bingo.
and coming back into him.
But doesn't it say a lot for them to work the middle of the field with freshmen? I mean, Burrow was the first time we've seen the middle of the field work since Mettenberger.
This is the thing.
You're right. You're right about that.
If all you can do is run the football, you're going to run the football well. If all your quarterback could do at this moment is work the middle of the field, you're going to work the middle of the field well.
But that's a huge compliment to a freshman, right?
Well, if you,
bro, that should be the easy
but it's
throws,
not.
bro.
It's not throwing across the middle, bro. As it's hard because that's where everybody think the defenders are. But if you design the shit to get motherfuckers
Space
out the middle, and we're
You've gotta
always
get
in
motherfuckers
11
out the middle.
and we're
Get
always in
motherfuckers
11.
out the middle.
That's it.
Look, that should be the theme. Get motherfuckers out the middle.
Like, I'm
But
serious,
you're
though.
right. Every fucking catch that Keishawn Booty had was a shallow cross or a slant.
Yes.
And then he caught it and fucking juked one guy and ran 40 yards. But my point is, that's what Max is right now. He's a check down Charlie.
right.
He's a short guy. When they
He's a game manager.
Yes, when they try to stretch the field,
That's right.
it looks ugly, bro.
That's
When they run sideline routes, when they run go routes, how many times did he miss Coy Moore tonight on sideline routes, on go routes? Like, that's not his strength. I'm not.
No.
Look, I lean on you. Can he improve
No.
there? Fuck, I think he can probably improve there. He's a freshman. Are we expecting too much? But what I needed was he made one gigantic fuck up. You were right in the red zone. You got a third down play. They throw it into the end zone, and he underthrew a fucking fade, and it got picked.
Yeah.
It cost you points. And that was in a crucial part of the game, bro. You're losing by a. Ole Miss had just taken its first fucking lead since the first quarter at 7-0. Ole Miss had just taken its lead at 41-40. You drive right down the field, and you throw that fucking pick.
And go ahead.
Max is the quarterback even if Brennan comes back, huh?
You think so?
I'm asking.
I don't.
You do not think so?
Bro, I think it's open competition. I don't think either of the freshmen showed enough to say they're the guy.
I think if I'm Max, my decision, Max has a decision. It's not Max, excuse me. Miles. If I'm Miles, I'm confident I could come back and
I agree.
I wanted to job him at the beginning.
Yeah.
Now I got all this time. I'm being more healthy. I've sat back and seen. Now he hasn't. Now playing is what you want for your quarterback. But I mean, hell, they're all starting out on the same slate again, actually, man. And honestly, you're not gonna have all three there.
Get you.
Someone's definitely leaving.
I got Facebook.
Someone's leaving.
I want to. You think someone's leaving before next year?
Absolutely.
Okay. And got Nussmeier coming in as well.
After spring? Before spring. Ooh.
We're gonna get to the second half. Want to shout out y'all. Byron Tolles, Blaine Smith, Jacob Cuvion. What's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all watching. Who you got on YouTube? Shout out some people over there.
I got Ross Singletary, Ruben Del Rey. That was Fish, Brandon Reese, Big Gray and Bozier, Chris Jarrell, David McKenzie, Courtland
You want
Jacob.
to shout out?
Yeah,
You're on the fucking show.
Murder Giraffe 19. Go ahead.
You want to shout out people?
Murder Mook.
Murder Mook.
I don't even know what I just made that up. Paul Labatt, Kirk Paul. I can be his time manager. You sure the hell can be his time manager. Anybody could be his time manager.
They got to spend some money on
Chris
that
Atkins, I believe you, dog. James Davison, Justin Falcon.
Hell yeah.
Been the bad clock management.
Jeremy
all year.
Owens.
You are definitely right, Jeremy. I'm with you, boss.
Hell yeah.
Hell
All right,
yeah.
let's roll through. Y'all keep comments coming, man.
Max was good.
Let us run through.
I agree.
Let us run through the second half, and we'll get to your comments. All right. So LSU goes in the half, 34-21. They come out. Ole Miss gets the ball to start second half, bro. This was big, bro. Because listen, Ole Miss had the ball at the end of the first half, and they're getting the ball to start the second half. So that interception by Cox at the end of the first half was
huge.
big, bro.
Huge.
Because
Yeah, it was huge.
if Ole Miss scores and gets the ball,
Right.
then you're back to back,
Right.
bro. That was massive.
Listen, bro.
Look at the final line.
Yeah.
Coach Saban, Jimbo, Charlie Weiss, Josh McDaniels, Bill Belichick. Going into the end of the half and starting the half was the biggest emphasis in the world.
It's why they all kicked the ball to start the game.
Damn
They
right.
try to go 2 for 2.
Damn right.
It's-
2 for 2.
I get it,
Damn
man.
right. I get it too, bro.
Yeah.
So, but then they start the half. Ole Miss gets the ball. Jay Ward comes up with a second pick of the game. I mean, look, Jay Ward. It was on a 3rd and 12. And by the way, all right. So second half, they start the second half. LSU gets tackle balls on second down. They had Ely wide the fuck open, and he
Damn right.
dropped it. He was
did
running
drop
a
it.
slant. He dropped the fuck. He would have been. He might have scored on that play. Dropped it. Then on 3rd down, 3rd and 12. Jay Ward gets the interception. Those are the kind of hidden plays
But
in the
that
game.
happens.
It does,
Yeah.
bro. But those are the kind of
Like-
hidden plays in the
like,
game
dude.
where you go, hey, man, if Ely catches that
That's
ball
exactly
right there,
right.
you know, it's if I get it, bro, he catch that ball there, you execute. And, bro, he's off to the races, man. Maybe you're talking about a one-score game
It don't
right there.
matter. It doesn't matter what level of high school of sports that had. It could be high school, college, pros. Whenever you have, I give a perfect example. We played Lafayette Christian.
Yeah.
U-High. Walker Howard rolls right.
Oh, St. Thomas More.
St. Thomas More. There you go. Throws right. Goes off of Jordan Gilbert's hand. Boom. Pops it in the air. Goes off his hand. It's a pick. He may run it back, him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Off his hand, right in Jack Besh's hand. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Stat
We
sheet
lost
don't
by
show
6 points.
Stacked. You're right, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and it happens all the time. You see it all the time. Guy comes out, misses a potential. Look, you take the shit all the way back to when I was in New England. Jarvis Green, Eli in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Missed
Yeah.
damn
Right.
Eli
Right.
on
Stays
his
on his
crazy.
feet.
Stays on it.
Yeah.
See, you know what I mean? So you gotta make them plays, bro. You gotta make those plays.
So Jay Ward gets that pick. LSU gets the ball. They settle for the 23-yard field goal. We're going to talk about Cade York in a minute, by the way. Ole Miss gets the ball with 9:50 to go in the third. They go right up LSU's ass and score. And
like
at that point, Kiffin went for 2, and they didn't get it. You want to talk about hindsight there, man. So it's 37-27. I mean, that when you start talking about shit like that, that kind of starts to change the dynamic of if you're playing for 1 or 2,
Right.
or 3 or 6 in those moments. So LSU's up 10, 37-27. Tigers go 3 and out. Ole Miss gets the ball back, and they went right up LSU's ass. They went 30. They go up and score 37.
I mean, at
34.
halftime,
But listen,
they said, we're running the football.
but here,
Right.
But
We're
here's
running the football.
Here's the other thing. That was where Ole Miss missed the PAT, and they called him for an illegal snap, and they got to kick it the second time. So right there, bro. So listen, here's my point. You're talking about a situation where that's 2 PATs potentially that are points that otherwise Ole Miss potentially is playing for a field goal at the end instead of a touchdown.
Yeah.
So LSU gets the ball, bro, and Booty hits a 47-yard. He was so good tonight. And on 3rd and 11 is when John Trey Kirkland had to drop on the left sideline.
Yeah, on that
He had
floater
back-to-back
ball.
drops.
That was
Back-to-back drops.
disappointing. That was disappointing. I would have thought
he's-
he had money on the game on that one.
He's vanished, bro.
Me too, man.
Kirkland dropped the ball, but then Cade York comes out and hits the 50-yarder. Bro, I'm going to tell you what. There are NFL teams right now that could try out Cade York tomorrow, and they'd be better off. I mean, that 50-yarder was right up
He
your ass
striped
crack.
that thing.
50-yarder in the fucking rain was right up your ass crack. I mean, it would have split your ass crack. And, bro, it would have been good from 65. He hit the top
Let
of
me
the
tell you
fucking
something.
net. Who is
he
this
he
kid?
hit the damn. Hey, let me tell you something. My favorite kicker of all time is Adam Vinatieri.
Gotta be.
Who?
But this son of a bitch that we got kicking for us right now, let me tell you something.
He could kick
Let me tell you something.
on the NFL rosters tomorrow.
That son of a bitch got ice waters in his
I
veins,
kind of
baby.
knew it in Austin last season.
He got ice waters in his veins,
Freshman,
baby.
put him in on the road, biggest
That
test.
boy's a monster, man.
whack.
What's his
Cole-
number?
36?
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares?
I knew it was a 6 in there somewhere. That's
Whatever.
all I'm
36.
saying.
But Cole Tracy, I
Is
mentioned
that
this last
fucking
week.
meatball?
I
Is
mentioned
that
it.
fucking meatball? Is that meatball?
gotta be shitting me, dude.
What's up, baby?
Meatball. Welcome home, Meatball.
Hell yes.
What we got, bro? So, oh yeah, dude. Cade York, man. Cole Tracy told us last year on AFR. Cole Tracy came on, and I think Cade York maybe had a rough game or something. He came on, I asked him. He said, "Look," he said, "Cade York."
Somebody dropped the glass.
Cade York goes. Cole Tracy says Cade York's gonna be the best kicker in LSU history. I was like,
Who said that?
Cole Tracy,
Monster.
who holds the NCAA record for most made field goals in a career.
That's because he a gangster.
And he
now,
said
he had to know something, baby.
But he did. But the thing about Cole, and people ask me all the time, why isn't Cole Tracy in the NFL? It's because Cole Tracy didn't have the leg.
Yeah, he didn't have the
Cole,
strength, yeah.
Cole,
He can't hit that long
Cole
ball,
made
man.
Cole against Miami. If you remember, made a
Cade York can.
Bro, Cole made a 53-yarder against Miami that wrote one rotation and it hit the back of the crossbar instead of the front. You know, from 53.
Yeah.
Last week in the fucking fog,
70.
Cade York hits one from 57 that hits the middle of the
70.
net. You know what I mean? So that's why.
That son of a bitch, I don't know what the hell he got in that damn leg, baby.
Be careful calling an athlete a son of a bitch. You might get somebody from a newspaper around here saying, why are they criticizing student athletes?
Who says that?
Some motherfucker. Never mind. It don't matter.
Criticize
Anyway.
student athlete.
No, I know.
No,
Don't worry. No. You didn't criticize shit. You didn't criticize anything. You're complimenting them. These motherfuckers anyway. You know people. It's like people turn on the show and they're shocked that we curse. Oh, we got the game all right. Hey, bro, by the way.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Killer.
Devontae Smith is
Killer.
a monster.
A killer. You saw
Lord have mercy.
You saw McShay's latest mock draft? He's got Devontae going over Jamar Chase.
Saw it.
I saw that. I wouldn't go that far.
4 and 5. I wouldn't go that far either. Because once they start working out,
I wouldn't go that far.
once they start working out,
I won't
All right.
go that far.
So real quick. Now we're in
he'll jog your memory real quick.
Bro, this was it, man. So they hit the 50-yarder. Ole Miss gets the ball back. This was huge. They get a 4th and 1, and Matt Corral runs for it. And the next play they throw for 31 yards down to the LSU 25, and then Sanders gets a 25-yard touchdown reception over. Who did he get over? Was it Evans?
Evans.
That's
why I love Lane Kiffin. As soon as Lane Kiffin saw 26 come in the game,
Ricks was out.
Whack,
You're right.
Whack, whack. I mean,
Ricks
he just
was out. Evans
abuses
goes in,
him.
I love him.
That's why I love him.
So, look, man, that's Ole Miss's first lead. First drive of the fourth quarter, it's 41-40 Ole Miss. First play of the next series for LSU, Keyshawn Boutte, 47 yards. They fucking went after him, and this is where they go right down the field, and then Max throws the pick. Tell me about that pick that Max threw. That was third. No, it was first down. It was first down.
In the end zone?
No, it was second down. First down, Max ran it, second down, he threw the pick.
Yeah. He came right off of a keeper.
This is the problem with that. Max can't do that. And not saying he can't do all quarterbacks, you can't do that.
Did he come out of the zone? Did he come out of here and throw it? Because they leave that one. No.
Don't matter. He can't do that because of his game.
Yeah.
The way his game is designed for him to play, he's a touch passer. And the one thing I was excited about.
John Hutchinson said, moving companies are coming up on Bo's Facebook thread.
Oh, of course they coming up. They trying to see, baby, which one get the better quote right now, baby.
Right.
We trying to get quotes
Bo,
right now.
I left a card on the door. Call me.
Hey, he don't have to go anywhere. He's going to get $4.6 million not to do shit. He can sit around and pay his private school tuition and play golf.
There's a rumor going
Y'all
around.
hit the share.
He's got the third most rounds played at University Club this fall.
That doesn't surprise me. Word is
Doesn't surprise me.
He's the last one in the building, the first one out. Shout out Vash Refuel.
Shout out to Vash Refuel. Remember, outdoor restaurants, you need heaters, VashRefuel.com. If you are getting up on crawfish season, it's creeping up on us. Remember, VashRefuel.com. As Scone said, a lot of local joints around Baton Rouge.
Right.
You can pick up your propane tanks.
Hell yeah, bro.
Online, though, is probably the easiest way to find them, VashRefuel.com. Also, great big shout out to the CEO of Vash Refuel, Miss Allie Wagaspak and Miss Zena Zare, who is LSU alum. Yeah, a lot of Wagaspaks. A lot of Wagaspaks. Shout out to Allie.
Shout out to Allie. Hey, and look, shout out to all you crawfish.
Bro, Vash Refuel's legit, bro. Their tanks are look. It's just on that sign. 20% more. Their tanks are bigger. Like if you go to one of them.
Oh, the tanks are bigger.
Yeah. 18
They need to
pounds.
let me get a tank. I need a couple tanks.
Right, you always want shit for free.
Damn right. Vacherie Fuel.
Welcome to radio, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say, check me out,
Welcome to
baby.
radio.
Vacherie Fuel. I need a couple of them, baby.
Shit,
Need
bro.
a couple of them
Hey, man.
big tanks. I need the big tank that they got to come fill up. I got to holler
You know
at
the
them.
other awesome thing about this place, man? I love
Vacherie Fuel?
No, well,
Slade Bolden with the
Juan.
drop.
Don Juan, I'll tell you this, man. I love, especially the last 2 weeks, I love LSU wins the energy in this place, bro.
It's awesome.
The bar's full.
It's a city, too.
By the way, they're
Look at
doing
that
they're
monster.
doing everything for all you COVID crazies. They're doing everything by the rules. They can only admit enough people into the building as they have chairs. Everything.
Don't call them COVID crazy.
They're COVID crazies. They are. These people are nuts. They're fucking stupid.
Don't call them COVID
They're fucking
crazies.
stupid, all of them. Anyway, they are crazy.
They may think you're COVID crazy.
Well, they're fucking stupid. I had COVID and I took a Zyrtec and I was fine. My kid with one lung and a bad heart had COVID and he fucking was a freight train. So if you're worried about your kid, if you're worried about your kid, they're fine. I understand there's people that die from the flu and die from a lot of shit. And I'm not
die from COVID
I'm
too
not,
now.
I'm
They
not
Back to the game.
And I'm not
Back to the
and I'm
game.
not
They
saying
dying
that.
from COVID
Back to the
too.
game.
I'm not saying that at all.
You
but
know they're dying from COVID
yes,
too.
yes, Ro. And you know what they
Just
are?
letting
They're
you
fucking
know.
80 years old.
No, they not.
Yeah, all right, anyway.
They got a 25-year-old. I just went to check up the other
Got
day.
it.
My doctor
Got it.
had a 25-year-old that
Yeah.
passed away from that.
With pre-existing conditions.
No,
And-
none of
and-
it.
and
Healthy
was-
as a motherfucker.
and
Was a trainer.
And was obese.
Healthy?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. No, she
All right.
wasn't.
To the fourth
Healthy as a
quarter.
motherfucker. 140 pounds.
To the fourth quarter.
5'8".
So LSU's trailing. Max throws the pick. Ole Miss gets the ball. They go right down and score. What was this? What did I write? Oh, that's when Matt Corral ran and hit. Matt Corral knocked out the official on the on a
What was
touchdown.
the official doing running into the end zone? The guy's running. What are you doing?
Get out of the way.
I mean, what are you doing? You got to expect to get knocked out on that play.
Bro.
Officials been getting fucked up all year.
I mean, one of them knocked the ball down against Florida.
Bro, and then the ensuing kickoff is when they had the targeting and the block in the back that offset.
That was wild.
That was crazy. So LSU puts together a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a 10-play drive where they score. Max scores. By the way, this was the fucking confusion on first down. You're thinking Booty gets the 14-yard reception, and he's kind of fighting his way down the goal line. They tackle him. You got first and goal, and LSU standing around, and then every team's doing their fucking substitutions. LSU has to burn a timeout.
Yeah, that was bullshit. That shouldn't have happened. I mean, LSU should have been able to
run up to the line and run a sneak.
That's it.
Yes.
You're at the
That's it.
You're at the inch line.
That's it.
Run up to the line, run a sneak four
And
times.
this is the thing, though.
You got them on
This
their
is the
heels.
thing.
What are you doing?
That is supposed to be in there. You hear me? Like, that's supposed to be in there. Mayday, mayday,
Yeah,
mayday.
go.
Run up to the line. It's the same thing that happens if
right.
you have a play that's called, and, you know, it may be a fumble, may not be a fumble, may be a catch, may not be a fumble. We run up and snap the ball just to get the play going. Like, situational football.
Bruh. So they score. LSU goes for 2. What do you think about
Touchdown.
2 points? Bama's on the board. Fuck them. What do you think about the? I got Florida. I got Florida plus 17 in this ball game. So I just need Florida to score. I know they're gonna lose. I just need them to score.
That's it, baby.
All right. So what do you think about the 2-point play? Out of the shotgun. Remember, Max is kind of rolling and threw it in the end, threw into coverage. They batted it down.
Spider white banana.
Spider. That's that John Gruden shit, man. Bruh, you know, I'm all for getting him on the edge, right? Giving him an option. I just would have liked a little better design, a little better creativity.
You mean Scott Linehan, the red zone master, sucks dick?
All year.
All year, bro. All year.
All year.
Anyway.
$800K.
How much?
$800K.
So LSU's down 48-46, and this was the game, y'all. LSU had to come up with a stop. And the one-time all game where they had to get a stop, they got a fucking stop. First down, Ole Miss had a false start. They run the ball on 1st and 15, run the ball again, and then on 3rd and 12, this is when they rushed, I guess, 3, and Corral is like running all the fucking way around, runs to his right, and they end up sacking him. And LSU gets the 3 and out. They punt. LSU goes down and scores. Booty with the 45-yard catch and run for the touchdown gives LSU the 53-48 lead.
Play.
And that was the record, bro. That was the record. Josh
play.
Reed's 292 yards.
Shout out to Jay Reed, man.
Shout out to Jay Reed, man. Dude,
Best.
Listen, any record.
The best.
Rose 528. 528?
Yeah.
528 still stands, but Josh Reed.
Thank you, bro.
What a testament.
Thank you,
Right.
Joe.
What a testament,
Joe
Joe.
could have had.
Joe could have smashed
Joe
that
coulda
shit 4 times. Hey, shout out to Joe B, man. Get healthy
Hey,
soon,
bro,
boy.
shout out to
Big
Joe
boy,
Burrow.
big dog.
To Joe Burrow.
Shout out to
BDJ.
Joe Burrow.
Shout out to
BDJ.
Big Dick Joe. Big Dick
Shout
Joe.
out to
Cheers.
BDJ.
Hey,
But
shout
dog,
out,
appreciate you
BDJ.
leaving me one, baby.
Hey, if 9 didn't get it, ain't nobody
Ain't
gonna
Ain't
get
nobody.
it. Ain't
gonna
nobody
get it.
gonna
I
get it.
appreciate one. Leave your boy one, man. Damn.
528.
Everybody
lie,
get your
though. I
motherfucking
would-
row, huh?
I would have liked to see him smash that too, though. Honestly.
No,
Real
it
shit.
would be
because it
fitting.
was that kind of year.
was that
You
kinda
know what
year.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
dog, smash all them bitches.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
He could have.
Yeah.
He could have.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Right.
look, bro. He could have doubled.
coulda did
He could
that
have
shit.
doubled
I
you up
mean-
against Oklahoma. It's 7
Man.
touchdowns in the first fucking half.
When
The
they take him
boy-
out against Vandy?
Man, the boy
And he
could have
was
smashed that
crushing 'em
shit
against
in
Vandy.
any game, bro. Shout out to Joe Brady for holding me down. Appreciate it.
So, anyway, so LSU goes up 53-48, and then they get the stop at the end. Ollie Gay with the forced fumble.
Allie Gay.
Ollie Gay had a big day.
What a huge
Big
day
day.
for 11. Let me tell you, that was big for LSU. That was bad for the offseason because as
No,
much as they've been
you gotta
talking about
recruit the
managing the
boy.
roster, you got to go get Gay back.
You know the
man.
thing about it, you got some good running backs coming in. You got
Yeah.
some good running
Shit,
backs there
Kevin Falk had
now
a huge signing day.
that are seeing their little carries dwindle a little bit. So I figure you're gonna have some running backs thinking about getting the hell up out of
I
here
would
as
think
well.
so.
You know what I mean?
I would think so.
You know what's interesting? We'll see, and let's get to y'all's comments, man, too. So we rolled through the game. We're here at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Thank y'all so much for being with us all season, man. Season finale.
A lot of people are talking about Corey Raymond for defensive coordinator. What do you think about that?
I think it's hard to, dude. Listen, here's my talk on it. But my thing on it was, after the Auburn game, you should have fired Bo Pelini. You should have fired Bo Pelini, promoted Corey Raymond, and given him a second half of the season to see if this was it. And that would have been a really good test drive there.
Mm-hmm.
But you fucked up, and you kept Bo in place. You know you're going to fire him anyway. So I don't know that you can take that. If you're Ed Ogeron at this point, and you're going to fire Bo Pelini and pay him $4.6 million to take a walk, I don't think you can hire a question mark, bro. I don't think you can hire a first-time DC. I think you got to hire somebody that is proven. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that if you're Ed Ogeron, you can afford to take that risk after this season with as bad as your defense was. I don't know if you can take the risk without getting a proven defensive coordinator.
This is the thing. Coach Ed Ogeron has seen Corey Raymond.
Yeah.
He's been there with them throughout this whole time. So if he doesn't feel that he wants to extend that to Corey Raymond, or that's even an option, like you pointed out earlier in the year, I'm sure that's something that came up. You can't. Let me say, I'm not sure with these motherfuckers. I'm not sure.
I love my guy, dude.
But-
I love him.
Corey's been there long enough with everything, with the recruiting thing, with getting the guys in, with being a fantastic coach. The next step for him would be that. And I think that if Coach Ed Ogeron believes that, and I agree with you, Matt, to an extent, like somebody proven that
He caught it.
Somebody
My bad, bro.
proven that they believe in, that
Kyle
we
Pitts.
believe in. But if those players and the coaching staff, especially the players,
Yep.
if they have an inkling, them like, oh yeah, Corey's doing the most in practice. He's the one. Because we don't know. He's the one putting in most of the game. I don't know. Whatever his role is in it. If they feel like, hey, man, we want Corey, or that's also a huge factor into the decision for it. Because this is the thing. If they want him, they're going to play for you. We asked for him because of what he means to us, and because so now the guys, they're going to want to go out and validate. Okay, we're going to play for you.
Bro, I hear you, man. But look, Missouri's players were fucking fired up when Gary Pinkel retired and they promoted Barry Odom, and that was a fucking dog shit hire. I mean, I always get leery when you do something because the players want it. It's not an emotional type deal. I think, listen, I'll give you an example. When Les Miles promoted Pivito and Mallory and that coach. When Bo left, they win a national championship. Bo goes to Nebraska. He promotes Doug Mallory, Bradley Dale, Pivito to co-DCs, and it was a fucking disaster. And after 1 year, he was like, I got to move on. And what did he do? He went and got John Chavis. Now, we can laugh about Chavis now, but Chavis saved Les Miles' ass.
Yeah, he saved his job.
In 9, 10, 11, 12, John Chavis saved Les Miles' ass.
Chavis was good.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
at the end, it was over for John.
Right.
But in that time, it's like I think if you're Ed right now and you had this fucking shit show of a year defensively, and you're going to go hire a defensive coordinator, it has got to be someone who has been a DC, who has been that dude, who has.
Well, this is the other thing about it. You got to know this SEC too.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know what I mean? You got to bring somebody
But
in
the
here
guy,
that know the SEC
look, man, I'll
as
tell you, a
well.
guy I would go is Zach Arnett. Zach Arnett ran great defense at San Diego State. Leach just hired him at Mississippi State. He's been in the league for a year. He's a young guy that's going to be super motivated to use this opportunity probably as a stair step in his career to be a head coach. And, bro, like, that's what I want. I want someone that's ambitious, that's going to be first one in, last one out, not someone who's
well, Bo
comfortable.
Pelini isn't the standard, and
You damn
know,
right.
when you say that,
Damn right.
because Corey Raymond ain't Bo Pelini in that retrospect. I know that for a fact.
I agree with you.
And to me, I guess it's the same way. Like when I was in the NFL and bouncing around, everybody used to tell me, "Oh, well, you don't have no experience. You don't have no experience."
Well, how do you get experience?
You got to
You gotta
get
get the fucking job.
And
You
it's
gotta
the
get a chance.
same
You're
way I
right.
feel about Corey.
You're
If
right.
you don't have shit, and I'm with you though. I'm with you. Being how this year is, and being what's transpired, and how of a freaking shit show has been on defense with just that whole conundrum, you do need. If it's not somebody proven, somebody with the swagger of the boy at Clemson, who was that? Venable?
Brett Venables.
That's Tony, baby. That's
Tony,
baby.
touchdown.
That's Tony, baby.
Hey, bro, my 17.
Let's go.
Come on, bro.
Oh, you know I'm shooting for you, baby.
Bro,
I'm trying to get a good Christmas bonus.
Hey, bro, I got 6 plays tomorrow. I'm gonna give them to you. I'm gonna
I
give
need it.
Right
yeah,
now?
just play them all.
No, not right now.
I'll give them to you. So I'll
We're
tell you
not
right now,
giving
bro.
out no 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yesterday I played Oregon +3 hit. Today I played Northwestern +18 to hit. I played Florida +17, and I feel really good about it. Bro, I'm telling you, I have not had a losing weekend this year. I don't expect it to last. I'm not telling you I'm any good at this shit. I found an angle that is working. I don't know if it's just because of a COVID year, but every time I see this angle, I fucking hammer it, and I've been on fire. Last weekend I was 7-3, college and pro combined. The weekend before I was 8-2. I mean, I'm just on fire. What the fuck can I say? I found an angle that's hitting. It fucking hits every time. I'll give you my NFL plays. All right, shout out Don Juan Cigar Bar. Kirk Paul, what's up? Trivia Carter, what's up? David Richardson. What's up, D-Rich?
What up, D-Rich?
What's top 3 DCs out there?
A lot of people talk about Chris Richard.
Well,
Is that old USC?
Richard has connections, yes, with Ogeron. And there was some thought that Richard might get the job when Bo got it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Ogeron hiring his partners ain't been good.
He needs to step outside the
Ogeron
frat.
hiring his people ain't been good.
I agree,
bro.
Ro. He needs to step outside the frat. And when he stepped outside the frat, it's worked out good for him. It's worked out pretty good for him when he stepped outside of the fraternity.
You're right.
I mean, and this is the time where you got to step outside of your comfort zone because your job may depend on it.
His
Damn
job
right.
is going to depend on it after next year.
So a lot of
Bradley
people talk
Abedy said Greg Williams.
Jeremy Pruitt.
Mike Miller said meatball for DC.
Shit.
Meatball's right over there, bro.
Jeremy Pruitt, if he gets moved to Tennessee, a lot of people expect him to be moved to Tennessee.
If Jeremy Pruitt gets fired, I'd hire him in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat, because you pick up a masterful recruiter.
Recruiter? Say it again.
And a guy that has proven that he can run defense.
Run defense?
That's a
and
good
knows
one.
Nick Saban.
You're goddamn right.
He fucking worked for Nick.
That's what I was just about to say. That's the
Goddamn
most
right.
important thing.
Goddamn
because
right.
That's the most important issue. I don't give a damn what people think about Coach Saban. Let me tell you something.
Look at the league.
Listen, Pruitt, I'm with Matt. I'm with you on that
I
one.
like
now.
Jeremy Pruitt. I love Jeremy Pruitt
and
because
you
there is a
see,
lot of
man.
smoke that he's going to be moved and Hugh Freeze is going to be moved in Knoxville. And if that's the fact, I'm with Matt. Because I expect the Pelini news to happen over the next 24 hours.
Yeah, that's not.
I think you should expect it. Like, it should
That
be.
ain't happening
That's
yet.
dude, all these.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
We might have missed it.
Motherfucker.
Exactly.
Some people saying Kevin Steele, Will Muschamp. I don't want.
Steele's not going.
Look, first of all, Steele probably stays at Auburn,
Right.
whoever hires him. And Steele left here because he wanted to be in the state of Alabama because of their retirement, the pension, all that shit. And his brother's like a high up in the university or some shit. Kevin Steele ain't coming back. People mentioning Muschamp and Derek Mason. Let me tell you something about Derek Mason. I don't even think Derek Mason's a good DC. His defense at Vanderbilt sucked.
Jim Leonard?
Ed's not going to hire Jim Leonard. Leonard's a 3-4 guy, and he's an Aranda guy. There's no way Ed hires Jim Leonard. I mean, I'd be for it, but he ain't.
Is Pruitt a 3-4 guy?
He ain't going back. Pruitt can do either. Pruitt can do either.
No.
He ain't going Jim Leonard.
No. This is the thing, though.
And I don't want Muschamp either. Muschamp's defense has sucked ass, too.
This is the thing. They can't. This is the thing. This is the thing about this thing. They can't.
$25 million in the bank.
Bro,
What does he care about?
Muschamp been here already.
So was Pelini.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Dude, listen. Bro, people are going, hey, man, Pelini's a retread. I'm like, so you want to hire the guy that was before him?
A retread? I want no damn retread. I want brand new tires, baby. I want no new tread. I want brand new.
Billy Brissett says Bill Bush gone.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Bill Bush
I don't know if he's gone, but I think you take away his coaching responsibility. Recruiting, he's got Joe Burrow on his resume.
Keep him on staff. He's a hell of a recruiter.
Yeah, but I think he's definitely off the X's and O's.
Clifford Moore, what's up?
I
James
think everybody's out but Kevin Falk and Corey Raymond, for the record.
Everybody?
Everybody. I think they moved.
James Craig?
Coach.
No.
James Craig. I mean, the offensive line recruiting alone.
Gone.
Craig, Linehan.
Gone.
Ensminger retire. Bill
Retire.
Johnson retire.
Gone.
Bill Johnson retire, yeah. That's going to be interesting.
You know what? I think Mickey Joseph's safe.
Hey, man, seriously?
I think Mickey's safe.
Hey, seriously, I got to get a shout-out to Mickey Joseph because, real talk for a minute on Mickey. Mickey was brought on staff.
What up, B?
I'm a dog there now. I'm a dog.
Right.
That's a big loss right there.
I'm a dog.
Mickey was brought on staff. Let's say what it is.
Shout out to my dog.
Mickey was brought on staff because you have to have somebody that can recruit New Orleans. All right. And he coached receivers.
They got one today.
And had never been a receivers coach before. Didn't play receiver. But the word on Mickey Joseph is that he's the hardest working son of a bitch there.
Hell yeah,
he has tried he has questioned everybody, learned, and look at the production at the position.
Absolutely.
Mickey Joseph is a case in point of a coach that has come in and done his job, worked his ass off, and whatever good comes to Mickey Joseph, he absolutely deserves, bro. That is so impressive. Chase opts out, Jefferson to the draft, Marshall opts out, and then you're running out there freshman Keyshawn Boutte, freshman Coy Moore, sophomore Jeray Jenkins, Trey Palmer, and you didn't miss a beat, bro.
You lose Gilbert.
Beat.
Yeah.
You lose absolutely, bro.
Aaron Anderson committed today from Edna Carr.
Yeah, bro.
Those are the kids you got to get. The inner city New Orleans kids that make a difference on your team, and not only they make a difference in between the white lines, they're great for the locker room. Racy McMath. I mean, Racy McMath has been
Bro,
missed.
How much did that suck that he got hurt?
Oh, I hate that for him.
Racy was one of my guys, man.
Dude, Senior was really playing well with his chance, bro.
I wonder if you can get him to come back.
I hope so.
I think everybody gets this year.
He's going to Senior Bowl.
Racy, he is. Racy was one of my guys, man.
Racy's a guy that can go to Senior Bowl. He'll go to Senior. He'll play so well.
Racy's going to be one of the guys that get in the NFL and play 10, 11 years.
James Wright?
I'd say Russell Gage.
Because
he's more talented than Russell Gage as a receiver.
I think so too.
But Gage
Russ is my guy too. Russ coaches on. Shout out to Russell Gage, man. 7-0. Let's go, baby. F3. Let's go, Russ. Bro. Hey, Russ and him, you right, Matt, are in the same thing. But Racy has a way bigger upside.
Physically, he's bigger. And
he's NFL body ready.
Yes.
You know, and he has the speed to do what he needs to do.
Yeah. Let's see. Garen Thomas, what's up? Jonathan Burris.
Why everybody think I be drunk on here?
They don't know you.
I saw somebody say, Ro is shit-faced. I'm not.
Ro showed up.
I'm never drunk,
showed up stone cold sober.
Yeah.
Sober. He got his first fucking drink over there.
I keep telling they just don't know.
They just don't know you, bro. That's all. I know you.
Baby.
I love you, bro.
My man.
I love, bro.
He's my man right now.
One of the realest motherfuckers I know, bro. That's why I love that guy, man.
Everybody get your motherfucking Rohan.
Hey.
All right, shout out to some people on YouTube, bro.
Josh Giraldo. Shout out Spider-Man 012 Ross Singletary.
What they say?
What's going on with Derek Stingley? What do you think about it?
Thigh
injury.
He's hurt.
He's hurt.
Thigh injury.
And this is the thing, though, bro. Like, what the fuck does Derek Stingley has to prove?
Nothing.
Like, the best thing for him to do is not to play and let these youngsters get out there. Derek Stingley is a proven. I mean, what the hell we need to see from Derek Stingley, though?
Does Stingley play next year, or does he go
Yes.
to Jamar Chase and opt out?
I think
Yes.
he plays. I would say he plays.
Stingley plays,
I
bro.
think he plays. I'm with you.
Stingley plays.
I'm with you.
I think it's just worth asking the question because
No, it's
everybody
a good
asks. Everybody
question.
asks.
I mean, the
the
guy
question.
could possibly be the first pick.
He will never. Come on.
I know
come on.
you
Top
know I
three.
always say that.
You
You
and
know
I
I always
bet.
say I know.
Top three.
Top three.
Top three. Okay.
Absolutely.
Top
But
three.
You know I got to say that,
but a
big dog.
quarterback is
I
going to
agree.
be the number one pick.
I agree.
Either
I
a
agree.
quarter.
Oh,
yeah!
Give him a block.
Go!
Oh!
He fumbled. Oh, shit!
Oh,
hell!
That's Meacham. Meacham.
Mechie.
Mechie.
Is that targeting?
He hurt. No, that ain't no target. He hit him with the shoulder.
So for those that ain't watching, Florida just got an interception. He's returning it, and he gets blown up by
He
John
dead.
Mechie. He fumbled, and Alabama recovered.
Agent
got it
zero
back.
down.
He's dead.
Agent zero down.
Oh, my God.
What a play, bro.
Agent
Stole
zero.
it away
Oh, he
from
took that.
Forrestal, bro. He
It's
just
a-
stole it from
But you
Forrestal.
know what? But let me tell you something. Let me tell you
Didn't even
something.
see him, bro. Didn't even see him
But
coming.
look, dude, when you listen to me.
Bro, you got to keep that ball high and tight,
Nah,
bro.
ain't no high and tight. You better get that goddamn head on the swivel.
Yes, indeed.
They coming to get you. Listen,
But still,
Matt,
he
let
had
me tell
the
you
ball
something.
down low.
But listen, let me tell you something. Whenever I threw a pick, dog,
She's dying.
and I'm trying to go make
on
the
the
tackle,
swivel.
you gotta get that head on the
Especially
swivel,
you.
baby. That
He's dead,
hey,
bro.
and especially
He is
my
dead.
size, they was looking to take lights out, baby.
What happened on the opening drive against Tennessee in the SEC Championship? What did you do? You fell on something?
I ain't fall on nothing. They fell on me. What you mean fall on something?
Bro, that was fucking Albert Hainsworth.
Did you see that big
On the
360
I was there.
pound knee
What
come
was
down?
the injury?
A ruptured
ruptured his
spleen.
spleen.
Okay, all right.
You ever coughed up blood? You talking about going into panic? I went into a panic.
Oh, he
I bet
got
you
fucked
did, bro.
up. Oh.
You know what it felt like?
Dude, do
it
you know-
felt like
do you know
Michael
that a-
Myers was sticking me with a knife.
Bro, do you know that a guy with
Look at
Florida plus 17 in a 7-7 ball game, you come away with a pick, he's running the other way, and then he fumbles it right back to
Bad
Bama? Bro, that's one that I'm going
Bad
to go,
beat.
oh, come on.
Bad
dog.
beat.
Bad beat.
Hey,
Did you see
at
the
least
Lamar-
hold on
Did you
to
see
it.
the
Hold on.
Jarvis- Did you see the Cleveland Browns, Baltimore Ravens ending on the bad beat with Jarvis Landry? When he was
run around.
I like my boy Jarvis Landry, man.
Yeah.
That's a dog
Yes,
right
it
there.
is.
You talking about a dog?
Marcus Peters.
Now you talking about
Marcus
receivers
Peters,
come
you
out of
don't want-
LSU and
Marcus
they
Peters
dogs.
don't want none of
Man,
that.
Marcus Peters don't want no part of that pit bull right there.
None of
baby.
that.
All right,
Shout out to Jarvis Landry, man.
I think it was Alfred. I missed his name. My bad. Say, can we pull Munoz back?
Yeah. I mean, I think.
How did you ever let him get away?
Pride.
Is there?
Pride.
Okay, what's the pride issue there?
I think the connection of. I think they wanted to clear out the Brady Burrow stuff and kind of prove that the program.
Well, that's ego.
can do it. I agree, and this is what happened.
And let me tell you something.
And then you're 5-5.
My high school coach, shout out to Coach Jerry Hughes.
Yeah,
told
Jerry
me
Hughes.
My sophomore year in high school, sat me down and talked to me, say, son, football is an easy sport made difficult by egos. We're going to
Amen.
keep this shit simple. And if that's the case here, and I assume it is because of the shots that they took earlier at Aranda, early on when he came in,
Jesus
trying to big up
Christ.
Bo Pelini. This is the best we've never looked this good. What the hell? Well, we know that was a lie.
Defense now looks better than it did at any point a year ago. I'm gonna tell you what, bro.
What?
And Scott, and I had the question written down.
You
for
pointed
Ogeron.
that out to me, actually.
I had the question written down for Ogeron, like almost verbatim, and Scott Rabelais asked it before I did, so I'll give Rab credit because he asked the question. But it said, you said before the season this defense looks better now than it did at any point last year. What did you see then and what has gone wrong? Is exactly how I had it written down and worded, and Rab asked it before I could. And Ogeron said, yeah, I know a lot of y'all been trying to bust me on that. I'm like, no, motherfucker. You don't get to reverse that. You said that without being prompted. Nobody asked
came out
you
your
for that
mouth.
opinion.
Yeah.
You fucking volunteered that information. That's on you, motherfucker.
Absolutely.
You're the one who came out and said that shit. So you don't get to turn that around like the media is trying to pin some shit on you. You're the one with an ego who shat on your DC who just got the head coaching job at Baylor, who might have been the best defensive coordinator in the country. God damn it, it's a touchdown. That's some shit, bro. Florida gets a pick. He fumbles the fucking on the return, and then right there, Devontae Smith, bro.
You know what? All
Wide the fuck open.
You know what that just shows you, though? Fucking spacing.
Yeah. Oh, he's wide open.
Spacing, man. Spacing, it has to be something. Look at the spacing on this play, man.
Wide open.
Look at the spacing, though. Look at the spacing. And they running them through
Ain't
the zone.
nobody
space.
buying, bro.
Hell no, it's spacing.
You got a fucking
it's
linebacker.
The design.
Got a linebacker.
You
on it,
pushing
too.
two, exactly. But when you push two vertical right at the safeties and cross their inside shoulders, the safeties have to turn.
Got to make a decision.
All right.
And if they don't turn, I'm throwing that big boy over the top of you. It's design. That's the shit that I've been pointing out this year with us offensively. It's spacing.
Clifford Moore.
And that's why we miss Brady. Excuse me.
Yeah.
No, you good. Clifford Moore said we can't fucking run the ball. Tell you what, I want to give tonight a little bit, a modicum of a mulligan. Now, look, LSU did run the ball for 158 yards, but 30 of that came on one run by Josh Williams early when – and look, Williams was 12 for 55 for 4.6. That's a pretty good day, but really he was 11 for 25. Like 2 yards a pop. LSU couldn't run the ball tonight flatly. They suck shit running the ball.
If you think about it, though, all the games that we couldn't run the football is the games that we either lost or was very, very – we struggled in.
But I'll put it to you this way. Do they deserve a little bit of an asterisk tonight,
Absolutely.
not having Ty Davis-Price or John Emery? I mean, you were playing a true freshman in Trey Bradford and a walk-on in Josh Williams. I mean – Now I'll tell you. Now, look, Chris Curry was out there and ran it 5 times for 8 yards. Chris couldn't get going.
Now, let me tell you something. Number 8 is going to be a factor next year.
Bradford?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speed.
He's going to be a
All right,
factor.
why?
And,
What am I – because I don't see it. What am I missing?
well, he's a home run here.
And they try to throw him the ball, and because obviously they like him as a pass catcher, he fucking drops everything. Thank God he caught the touchdown last week.
And this is why I always say about freshmen, when you get thrown into those unexpected roles, and I'm not giving them any excuses for dropping the football. You got to catch the football, but that little small sample size that you saw from him, I saw enough from him with his explosion and that. And mind you, coming off a high ankle sprain and also nicking it up a little bit during this football game, I just see the potential in him as far as the explosion, the one-hitter quitter. That he has the potential to go home every time he touches the football. So that's what I'm talking about.
Bradford tonight had 9 for 53, a long of 12. So it's not like that's hidden in a long run. He averaged almost 6 yards a carry.
And, also, man, you have an offensive line that's trying to work their way through some things and all that. So it's all freshmen trying to work their way through this year and work their way through and coming off an injury building, trying to get it. But I see the potential that he could have going forward. That's all I mean by
all season, weight. He looks like a freshman.
Right.
He still looks like
he
physically.
No doubt.
Oh, no
physically.
doubt. No doubt.
All right, let's see. Sidney Bonnet, Alex Nunez. Alex Nunez said, I should have taken Bama minus 15.5. Sidney Bonnet should have got, hey, Alex, you should have got him with me at 17. Sidney Bonnet,
right.
Ken Toludis said we back riding next year. I mean, I'll say this about next year.
Is we back riding?
Todd Marr said, what's suburban? I'm drinking Sazerac Rye, bro. I've been drinking Sazerac Rye every time we come here.
Who said that?
Who?
Shout out to Sazerac, baby. Who drinking that Sazerac?
Oh, someone just said, what are we drinking? I said I'm drinking Sazerac.
Oh, you drinking Sazerac.
I know you love Sazerac, bro.
love
I got
baby.
you on it, didn't I?
You did,
I got you on it hard.
Let's
go.
Oh, he got him! Ah! Trash, dude. Kyle Trask, bro.
Because he got that porn star mustache on
tell you
tonight,
what.
man.
That
You tripping,
Gainesville, man.
I'm gonna tell you
Gainesville.
something about Kyle Trask, bro. Kyle Trask is out here throwing to wide open receivers, even overthrowing dudes with 4 yards of separation, bro. Kyle Trask is gonna be a garbage. Mark this down. If I'm wrong, y'all can all laugh at me here at 7:41 p.m. on Saturday, December the 19th. Kyle Trask is garbage, and he will never be a decent starter in the NFL. I don't see it, bro. He cannot move.
Kyle Trask isn't the starter.
He's throwing to wide open receivers in this offense, and I just don't see it with him, bro.
Kyle Trask isn't the starter.
I agree with you,
Mac
bro.
Jones is, though, huh?
I don't see
Mac
what Mac Jones
Jones?
is. Mac Jones is throwing a wide open.
Mac Jones
throwing to Devontae Smith with nobody within 10
Mac
yards.
Jones is a game manager that could possibly be a starter, and I'm not saying a pro, with talent around him. Because the thing is this, man.
He's better than A.J. McCarron.
Yes.
3 off seasons ago, A.J. McCarron
Yes, he's
was
better than A.J. McCarron.
He was kind of the
But A.J.
goose
McCarron
of
ain't
the
done
free
shit in the
agency.
league, though.
He ain't done nothing.
No, he's better than A.J., absolutely.
Bro, Kyle Trask is garbage, bro.
But he has to be surrounded with talent. Because this is the thing. If you look at the NFL and look at the superior quarterbacks in the league, the superior quarterbacks in the league if they're not there, and I'm not saying you got to be able to run all crazy, but you have to be able to move some. Man, you got cats like Montez Sweat and fucking Allen that are running 4.5s or 4.4. So
Washington's legit.
The defenses.
defense.
Hey, bro,
is
shout out to Ron Rivera, bro. Like, he knows what he's doing. Guy played for the 85 Bears. He knows how to coach defense.
Absolutely.
So, hey, how about this?
Get up the field.
Glenn Clark.
Absolutely.
Glenn Clark, what's up? Jonathan Burris, Merrick Mathern. Hey, a lot of people are asking. I'm checking a lot of comments. A lot of people are asking about and y'all please hit the share if you haven't done so yet. Shout out Don Juan Cigar Bar, Vacherie Fuel. Both are tagged in the post on Facebook. Please click like their page. Our friends here at Don Juan, 25% off cigar gift sets. I know a lot of people are looking for gifts. And by the way,
I got to get me a gift set.
hey, by the way, also they have a raffle that they're doing for a package of cigars for free.
Scott.
For like every $20, $25 you spend, whatever it is, you get an automatic entry into that raffle. So come by Don Juan Cigar Bar, Town Center, right across from Whole Foods. You can't miss it. The bar here, Don Juan Cigar Company, right next door is the retail shop, giant walk-in humidor. Y'all come shout them out. A lot of people are asking about re-recruiting some of those guys back for next year. What's realistic here as far as getting some of these guys back?
I think Ali Gay becomes top priority after today. I would be in Ali Gay's ear tonight on recruiting him. I think Ed Ingram is a huge piece. I think Liam Shanahan's coming back.
Is he going to come back?
I believe so. If I'm just spitballing and thinking who you can get to come back, Gay, Ingram, Dare Rosenthal, and
where's Dare Rosenthal going to go?
Bro, you lose Sadiq Charles.
But
This is the thing,
Sadiq was a
though.
4th round pick. Dare ain't getting picked.
And then not just that, bro. Like, you don't leave if you're not a first-round
I
pick.
agree. See, that's the problem at LSU, though.
You're right.
And so they have, like, we Coach Ed Orgeron, have to adapt. He need to go to the Nick Saban philosophy of how you present staying to these kids.
Yep.
And that's first, where you're going to go in the draft. If you're a first-round draft, you're gone, period, right? If you're not a first-round draft pick, now I present to you the possibilities of the money you can make by coming back. I'm not presenting if you get hurt and all that BS. I'm presenting if you come. And then the next piece of that is, I'm going to get you this insurance policy, baby. I'm going to get you this insurance policy that's going to be 5, 10, whatever millions of dollars.
Does LSU not do that?
Well,
I would imagine
that's how
do.
they.
But here's what they don't have, and here's what they have to get.
McPherson,
is
good.
They have to get examples. They've got to get the Trey Whites of the world. Trey White could have gone out as a junior.
You're right.
Possibly a second rounder, maybe a third rounder. He comes back for his senior season. He's a first rounder. They don't have any more examples of that.
And 4 years later.
Now, how much is Saban going to be able to recruit to Devonta Smith? Yeah, Devontae could have gone after his junior season. He may have been a late first-round pick.
But
he comes back, we make him $25
That's
more
the presentation
million.
he present to all of them from the previous guys that he had come back.
And
that's what I'm saying. But
LSU don't have that guy.
it's the
that they can
culture.
use as the example.
It's the
Exactly,
culture.
They need to get away from the NFL.
It's the culture.
The 3 years and get you out.
It's the culture. But the culture has to want you to be there to stay there. You know what I mean? Like the culture has to want you to be there to stay there, and you have to create that culture to where these guys are around. And believe it or not, that culture is you setting up those guys to where, okay, if I get injured or whatever's going on, I'm good.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody coming back, bro. If I got a possibility to make millions, but you don't got me set up to at least make a fraction or close to what I'm going to make by coming back, what's the point of me coming back, especially if you're a disadvantaged kid and coming from a disadvantaged family?
Bro. Hey, man, I've told
100%.
I've told a story
100%.
on air. I've told a story on air a million times about Kevin Minter. And Minter, but now here's the Minter stayed 4 years. He redshirted, so he's here 4 years. And he left after 2012. And I remember talking to him. He said, "Look, man, my mom ain't never got to struggle no more." And he went to the pros, was a second-round pick, and dude's still playing, man. He's 8 years in the NFL. He's got his second and third contract.
Let me tell you something, bro.
But here's the thing, Ro. Like, I look at it and I go, I will never, ever, after talking to Kevin, Kev interned with us, so I'm close to Kevin.
Absolutely.
But after hearing that, it's like it completely changed my perspective to say, man, anybody wants to make it their own decision, absolutely. Make your decision. Do
Bruh.
do what's best for you and your family. But I think there is a story to be told. Like, can you eat shit for one more year, grind your face off, and is that going to be a 7-8 figure difference in your life? And if so, I think you got to be able to sell that. Like Ali Gay comes back. Ali Gay will get drafted. It'd be a third-round pick this year. Ali Gay comes back, has another year. Ali Gay's a top 15 pick. He could be Michael Brockers. They could slide him inside. He could play outside at 4-3 end. Like
No doubt about it.
He could be a top 15 pick.
And
Look at the guy.
And the point that you bring up, though, man, is like, when I see people talking about kids, these are kids.
Yes.
When I see them talking about kids that have come to the university, chosen to come to the university, and absolutely the university does a lot for us as players, athletes, but you also do a lot for the university. And
no doubt.
Where the point that I want to bring is that everybody, bro, and that's why football to me it prepares you for so much, because everybody comes from everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere, right?
A locker room is such a beautiful place in
Bruh.
the sense of
Diverse.
you have got to adapt, you have got to intercommunicate, you've got to cross over, you've got to make yourself uncomfortable because there's just people and backgrounds that you're just not familiar with.
You get to school, man, and you meet families that are in a better financial situation than you are as far as a player. You go to these guys' homes, so on and so forth, and all this stuff. Bruh, I grew up in Opelika where we stayed in Section 8. We used to duck the landlord coming to pick up $300 rent. We used to duck the landlords, so because we didn't have it.
Yeah.
So when I see these kids talking about, I hear Marshall say, I want to retire my family.
Yeah.
I want to retire my mother.
Generational wealth.
You sit there and see your mama grand, bro, for 18 years, for 22 years. For me personally, growing up, I saw my mom on Sundays when she came home and cooked a meal for the whole week, and she was gone Monday. And I didn't see her again till Sunday because she was doing a live-in job and coming from Jamaica. And no education and things of that nature. Shout out to my mama, man. That's what she had to do. So when these kids, and you grow up and see that, if I had the opportunity, and I didn't, if I had the opportunity
Do it
to
10 out of
get
10
the fuck
times
out of
done.
here, and it has nothing to do with how I love or don't love LSU.
Damn
I
right.
love LSU.
Damn right.
It's a door. You got to walk through
I
it.
love them.
Damn right.
But when it comes to making sure my mama that's been working her fucking ass off and I'm rubbing her damn feet when she gets home from standing up all day, and I want to not have her do that anymore,
Damn right.
I'm going to do it, dog.
So what does it take for me to convince you that you have dealt with that for 21 years?
Do it one
You
more.
want me to be
And
real with
if you,
you?
but
One
if
more
you
year.
come back for one more year, right now, I guarantee you that you got $3 million. If you come back and you do it for one more year, I'll guarantee you 15. Does that get you? Does that grip you, or do
Absolutely.
you say no? I'm going to get the 3 right now.
It depends
Everybody's
on
different.
how dire we are.
Yeah.
It depends on if every month I've been hearing my mama reaching out to me to get my Pell Grant check because she need to pay bills at home. You feel what I'm saying? I'm getting $1,500 Pell Grant check when I'm in school, and my Pell Grant check going to the house because whoever need it. You understand? So if I'm in that kind of situation, I'm gone. Period.
One more year wouldn't make a difference.
It ain't going to make no difference, but it can make a difference in if we survive or not. It can make a difference whether or not we make that next rent. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I'm gone.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's truth, bro. It's
For
like
the record, I'm going to get the money, too, 10 out of 10 times.
I mean, it's why, look, I mean, a lot of people watching right now, like you hear Rose say that, and for a lot of people who never hear that perspective, I guarantee there's at least one person today who just heard that who's going to change their mind about how they react to kids that leave early. For that, because people, and I get it, man. Like I'm not
I see the purple and gold.
I'm not criticizing.
I understand the fans.
You're a fan.
I do, because I'm a fan.
You want your team to
I
win.
want to see Marshall.
And you're like, hey, man, you come back and increase your draft stock, but you don't. What you don't understand is even if you go make the NFL minimum and you're making $300K, like you could never dream that amount of money. You know what I mean? It's like you can never even fathom that.
Let me tell you this. My first NFL check, and I can say this, my first NFL check was about $28,000. My mama ain't made $28,000 in a year.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
My mama ain't make half of that in a year. You understand me?
Yeah.
That's the perspective that shit put in for me. Like, I just got this after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We get paid every 2 weeks. I done got more in 2 weeks. Like, I done got 100% more in 2 weeks than you done got in a whole fucking year.
Ryan Haight, what's up, man? Walter Dubrock cheers from North Carolina. Thank you, Walter, for watching. Walter said, where'd you get that pullover? I mean, I think Erica gave me this last year for Christmas or something. I don't even know where she got it, bro. But so the guy Walter just asked, or Haight, I forgot his first name, my bad, at Scroll Pass, said, sorry if I missed this conversation. Max versus Miles. Hey, bro, I wouldn't throw TJ to the either, man. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like LSU's quarterback room is as healthy as it's been since –
Let's be clear, man. Like
Rohan Noel Booty.
Can I
mean, when's the last time you had 3 quarterbacks that you like? I mean, it had to be you, Craig Nall, and Josh Booty. Is the last time you had 3.
The only other thing you could throw out is when you had Jamarcus, Matt Flynn,
and Perilou.
Well, Perilou wasn't. Perilou was
06.
there. No, yeah, Perilou was there. Yeah, Jamarcus.
The talent.
That's it. That's it. As far as you had 3 NFL players there. But listen,
the room is healthy,
let me point this out though. I want to point this out about Max, and I'm gonna say this with the full understanding. You're talking about a true freshman who just made his second career start,
right?
And he threw for 435 and 3 touchdowns and a pick.
Woo.
And you can sit here and you can make that reaction, but he was 27 of 51. How many times did he throw a 5-yard cross to Kayshon Boutte who turned a 5-yard cross into 47 yards? Now,
I'm so glad you said
now
that.
Max Johnson gets credit for a 47-yard completion.
That's right.
But, God damn it, I could throw a 5-yard shallow cross to Kayshon Boutte who's wide the fuck open.
And see, you have an understanding of what the offense and everything was trying to do, and you have an understanding of the talent level right now where Max is.
Bro, the other thing, man, you'll speak to this, but this is where when people shit on Steve Ensminger play calling, I'm like, Steve Ensminger made this easy for 2 true freshmen. As easy it could be. Like, he deserves a fuckload of credit for that, man. Like, people are like, Ensminger made this as easy it could be for 2 true fucking freshmen throwing to true freshmen behind a shitty offensive line.
That's how you, Coach. I'm sorry. Let me apologize because you're right.
No, I'm done.
No, I'm saying you're right. I should have started off with this. Coach Ensminger deserves a boatload of credit. And if it's not just him, whoever, they deserve a boatload of credit because that's how you handle a Max Johnson. I need a drink.
What you need?
Let's do it. That's how you handle a freshman quarterback in his second start at home against a team that you know is going to put up a bunch of points as well.
Yeah.
So get it into the hands. And you know what? It showed at least a direction.
Right.
It showed at least, you know what? This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to stick with. And this is what we're going to do. And that's exactly what it did throughout the game. And what happened? We won the football game.
Absolutely. Well, it more than anything over the last 2 weeks, the things that have jumped out is that you have an identity. Like, you're figuring out who you are. And that people wanted to be there. Like, for a while, you had to, question, do these cats even want to play? Like, do they want to get off the bus?
But let me tell you, that's why I said from the beginning, because I know how it is when you're not playing and you're not in the game plan and you're not a part of practice and you're just in the meeting room and you're just there trying to keep yourself into it.
Yeah.
It's hard. So, same thing you pointed out, Jay, and y'all pointed out, when you now open it up and you say, hey, man, you're going to play. Hey, man, you're going to play. Hey, man, everybody's going to play. Hey, are you freshman receivers, running backs? Are you quarterbacks? Everyone's going to play. So now guys get excited. Now guys are going back to their dorm rooms and having film sessions. Now guys are watching film and doing the things that you expect these guys to be doing anyway, but because they're freshmen.
Right.
And you need the guidance of your coaches. That's what we saw. That's what we saw last week against Florida. That's what we saw this week. That's what you would see next week if we had another game. Guys are showing their potential But the reason why I get pissed off about it is the coaches in the beginning of this could have done a better job of putting these guys in position to make plays, such as they've been doing the last couple of weeks. Hats off to the coaches the last couple of weeks. They've been doing a better job.
Shout out to Don Juan Cigar Bar, Vacherie Fuel here, putting us up for whiskey and wine, watching a little SEC championship. Remember, if you're looking for a place to come watch the games, this is a great spot to set up. Roe was eating on the wings earlier. They got great food you can order up. 53-48 win tonight for LSU as they improved to 5-5 on the season. Last three, I mean, if you think about it, the last three highlights of the 2020 season for LSU, beating Florida in the Swamp, a really good national signing day where you inked 20 guys. They went and got another one yesterday, a defensive lineman from Florida, from your area over in
Vero?
Yeah, and
was that Vero?
No, not
oh,
Vero.
That was the other guy that
lost
flipped.
Vero. Yeah, they lost Vero.
He flipped, yeah.
Keanu Coate. Yesterday was the Brian Langston kid, the defensive end. So they get 20 in the first cycle, and then they beat Ole Miss going into the